Good morning. Welcome to the Obachanchatter. Today is February the 15th. It's like 6:45 a.m. Coughing kind of low because my grandkids asleep. It's 6:45 a.m. and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day here in Tennessee. The sun is shining. Was rising. I wanted to say happy belated Valentine's Day um, to my subscribers and my onlookers, and to anybody who has any type of love, intimate love, love of a parent, of a child, of a neighbor. February the 14th is just about love to me. So, anyway, we're going to start today off with some really bad news. I watched the ABC News with David Muir on today, I want to report to you about the Kansas City deadly shooting. One person that was killed was a DJ who DJ'd, a popular DJ. It's a woman. I'm sorry, I cannot think of her name at the moment. But a deadly shootout was took place after the Kansas City. The Chiefs returned home because they won the Super Bowl championship on Sunday night. They have some footage, and the police in that area are asking for more footage if it's available. Um, Apparently, it was about 800,000 people there at the Welcome Home celebration. And so far, the police have obtained three suspects in the shooting. There were reportedly 22 people injured, one dead, one person unalive. Two people, 22 people injured, and of that 22 people, eight of them were children. That's a sad day. I'm almost afraid for my kids. Not afraid, but you gotta be prayed up before you go anywhere. Now I believe that when it's because I believe in what I believe, I think it's when it's your time to go, you just go. If God ready for you to come back home, it's just time to go. And so my heart bleeds, especially for the children that were there, because there's a lot of kids that like football, and it's not the type of thing that they should experience. But hopefully, it'll be something that they will soon get over. But everybody in the crowd was saying that in the beginning they thought that it was the fireworks from the celebration, and then they figured out that it turned into gunfire. So there'll be no school there that day. I mean, today there would be no school after this celebration. I don't know if it's for the whole state or just for the city of Missouri. Probably just for Missouri, and maybe not. I don't know, because I mean the football team is for the whole damn state, so maybe they should just have a day of silence at the school where nobody is. What are my neighbors doing? Where no one is where everybody can just rest for a minute. Okay, now as apparently we have a very, very serious security issue that's going on in the world. It appears that Putin wants to put a nuclear weapon into space, and we are having a fit. I think security, any type of security, internet security, cybersecurity, whatever you want to call it, is real lax with everybody because we're all lax within our home. It's obviously lax. We have two presidents. One that one we had two presidents who had top secret messages and shit at their house. Some of it in the basement. Somebody had some in the bathroom. I'm talking about Biden intro. So it's obviously a huge security issue. I bet you Putin ain't got none of his people with no fucking secret um, papers in their bathrooms and the garage. So it's obviously a serious security problem when it comes to United States. I don't care what nobody says. And they says that Russia is very aggressive. I haven't I don't know very much about Putin, but what I do know about Putin Excuse me. Oh, here's that. Putin don't play. You say something about him, you dead. You look at him crazy, you're dead. You embarrass him. He probably get rid of you right there in front of it. You don't even care if there's an audience or not. But when Putin don't like you, you'd be in Putin away. That was a whack joke, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. So then from there, from security, we moved to the hospital in Austin, where I think it was an Escalade or a SUV ran. I mean, slam into the emergency room. And the person that was in the car, the lady that was driving the vehicle that crashed into the ER, apparently she must have been unalived inside of the crash after the accident because you could see she was the truck was still in drive, and you could just see the wheels just spinning, and you could see the smoke from the tires hitting the emergency room floor. You see some action of some kids being moved out of the way, and apparently three people in the emergency room threw I guess their bodies or something might have helped interrupt the truck, and them also the chairs and the what do you call those things, and the dividers that they have, the columns inside the hospitals would pretty much stop the truck. But when she passed inside the truck, her foot remained on the accelerator. And how many people were killed? Five people. We got five people killed, and five people killed. And I think, and then you see children, but you see them being passed from one person to the next to get them out of harm's way. Okay, so for this weekend, we got some new winter storms. We have two. We got one coming over Ohio, and we have one here that hit about Friday and Saturday in the Tennessee Valley, but it's supposed to be cold. And here for the last week in Tennessee, it's been the degrees been 68, 70, which is normal for this time of area. We usually right around February we get like a Indian summer, and then we get another blast. So be careful of the storms like I-95 or get I think the lower parts of I-95, no, the high parts of I-95 will probably get some flurries, but anybody who's going to be traveling this weekend, just be safe and be vigilant, okay? Okay. Now, we have woohoo me. I don't know, did I miss Veterans Day? I think I missed Veterans Day. That's what you do me when you home, you might your days can sometimes get messed up, but I'm retired. I'm a Navy person, and the USS Eisenhower was in the Red Sea, and is shooting down those Hawaii missiles. Is that what they call them? They're shooting them down with airstrikes. Um, and that Yemen in the site over there with Yemen, and also the U.S. grave was there. So I think the main part of the United States military is in Bahrain right now, but that's where most of our support is, I believe. But before we started shooting these missiles down, I think crucial supplies couldn't get to where they was going, but now they can get to where they're going. So thank you for the military men, Marines, Air Force, Army, Coast Guard, Navy, the SEALs, the Special Forces, anybody out there, anybody whose son or daughter, whose mother or father is having it so I can give you this video. God bless you and God bless your families, military. I'm tearing up. Excuse me. Oh gosh. Y'all start reading all these spiritual books now. I'm I mean something. But anyway, a if you have not ever served in the military or had a family, it's a very daunting task. Exciting at the same time for the families and for the children, but it's very daunting. So I pray. I pray for our heroes. And to make me cry even harder. Well, no, this won't make me cry. Apparently the seat that man, what's his name, George Santos, lost his seat because he was the one who was telling all these lies. He was a cross dresser, and I don't know. He just had a whole lot of shit going on, but he lost his seat to a Democrat whose name is Zuzi, but he campaigns like a Republican. So his big thing is on immigration. And I don't know how to say this, but I will tell you how I feel. I have not had to experience immigration, but I have my family on my immediate family. My daughter married a Mexican who I love dearly, and he's deceased now. But I wouldn't want, and he's undocumented, and it's not his fault. He got here when he came to this country. He was 4 years old, and I can't remember even bothering my mother or asking my aunt for my social security card till I was like 16 years old. So Johnny, who's my late son-in-law, he was undocumented, but I have three beautiful grandchildren that Johnny made with my daughter. And to think that they wouldn't be welcome or be mistreated or just treated badly because they weren't born in the right country. But I'm like, we weren't either. Most of us are immigrants. You left the old world to come to a new world to 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 um to celebrate how you want to celebrate, believe in what religion you want to believe in, whatever religion you want to believe in, to not be stuck in caste systems and ways of life, to come here. And everybody thinks America is the best place to come. It's the place that you can come and build your life. And that's what we portray. But when they get here, we want to stick them in cages and separate them from their children. So apparently some immigrants ain't putting up with it because somebody tried to arrest some immigrants. Some police tried to apprehend an immigrant in DC maybe a couple of days ago, and they turned around and beat the shit out of them cops. So I'm just saying, you better watch it. You better watch it because we all are some type of or from something. Even my in-laws, my mother-in-law, after her first husband died a long time ago, maybe 30 something, almost 30 years ago, she remarried someone who was Mexican. So at first, I never thought about immigrants and stuff until they came in my family. So I'm just telling you, motherfuckers, just watch it because one of your kids might bring one home. Be nice to fucking people, hell man. So, also in DC, damn, DC off the chain. We had three officers shot in a standoff in Washington, D.C., trying to serve a arrest warrant. And oddly enough, the person that they tried to serve the arrest warrant on, I think it was an all day process, he's in custody now. He's in custody now, which is good because usually you shoot three police officers, you had some shit. You be on the live too. So anyway, I hope that those officers are fine. It didn't say any of them suffered like anything severe, but shit, you shot at, to me that's severe. When we go back to the game again with with the Chiefs, and they were saying that during the Super Bowl game that this dude named Travis, that one of the players, Travis Kinsley, was yelling in the coach's face. I mean, you just see the coach with his face down like this, and the dude yelling so close in his face. I'm sure his cheek is vibrating. So I don't know what's gonna happen to that player. I hope his ass was a VMP. I don't know football at all, but I don't like football, but I love me a football player. You hear me? I like me a well big man that's physical. Mm. So anyway, this asshole was howling at the head coach and shit you won. Okay, let's get to some lighthearted entertainment now. Let's talk about this Gail Lewis. Y'all know that's a lady who they said was trying to get on Atlanta's Housewives. She wasn't ever trying to get on Atlanta's Housewives. That's something that her soon to be ex-husband was telling his mistress, you know how they pillow talk. At least I do, because my husband pillow talked his ass off with his ex. I mean, with his new wife after he divorced me. Shit, during the divorce, she knew more about my shit than I knew. I was like, damn, she know. He told her everything we discussed for the last 28 years of marriage. So anyway, let's get off of that. Gail Lewis is tripping, and I would have been too, that her husband put his mistress on the life insurance policy, and he increased the policy. It was 500,000. He increased it to 1 million, and I'm like, man, fuck that. She ain't getting no money. You already spending like 200,000. I mean, what kind of money is this man making? Where if they said he in a year's time, and he been with her for a minute. This motherfucker spending 150 to $200,000 on her in a year. Shit, he paid $70,000 just in rent for her. So I'm like, bitch, you ain't getting the policy. You ain't getting the policy either. Now, this is what I know about divorce. You ain't supposed to change shit. You're not supposed to change anything through the divorce. I see my husband, he did dirty. He stopped paying the house note and shit before the people told him to do anything. So I don't worry about that though. I know he going. I ain't worry about that. He stopped paying my house note. Guess what happened? My mother-in-law paid it for me. And don't be like, oh, yeah, mother-in-law paid. My mother-in-law and my father-in-law are well off. So, and then me and my payment was only behind. I mean, any money is a lot of money, but they were able to help me maintain my house because I didn't even know I wasn't working because I was ill with this kidney stuff. So I didn't know my husband. I know he talked some shit. I ain't gonna pay your bills, but I didn't think he would not pay my bills. And his kids live in my house still. And he know my grandkids are here because my daughter moved back home with me when my son-in-law died. So for you, that's the audacity. You're already doing some dirty ass shit, Mr. Lewis. So you gonna increase your insurance so you can make sure you take care of your mistress. Do you know that if we would have been somewhere at the reading of a will or some shit, and they told me half my money was going to that bitch, it wouldn't have never happened. She wouldn't have gotten none of that because she'd have got killed. And then my money, all that shit just would have rolled down to our children. Amen. So he was ordered by her lawyer to take that bitch name off, and she is for the whole million. Don't go back and decrease it now. You just take that lady name off, and he had 15 days to do it, and guess what? He still hadn't done it yet. So damn. Um, and then I was trying to, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Me and my, it's a little side story. Me and my son was arguing because I said, listen, my YouTube videos are not professional, and I want them to be professional, but they're very difficult to be professional when I'm not. I know I don't have no excuse. I'm 58, and you can learn how to work the internet, but me and technology just don't work. I hit a button, all my shit gone. So I was trying to teach me how to do thumbnails and add recordings and add an intro to my shit because there's some people I have started watching. I just got on YouTube like I just discovered YouTube like 8 months ago, and my daughter had been telling me about years, but I was like I said, like I told you, I don't like computers. I should just get on these motherfuckers, check my email, search some shit and get off, or maybe go to Amazon and buy some stuff. But now that I'm so excited about the same excitement I had for learning how to do my channel, I don't have it anymore because there's all this goddamn channel strikes. Content creators are getting murdered. If they're not doing it to each other, the people from the cast from the shows that they commentate on are striking them. They're getting lawyers, it's subpoenas, it's all this type of stuff that's going on. Now I'm different from other people. I fucking name names. I don't Monique. I used to like her, but she looking crazy to me now. But I will say this: I'ma say the name, or now I would leave it in the playground. But Anthony Lofty strikes this lady named Miss Best because he said she always steal my content creation information and she always this and she that and she learned how to do her own stuff and that. I was like, she might be like me, Mr. Anthony, and I know she's not stealing all your shit, and I don't see why we all can't share now. Now, mind you, for somebody who's spending their money and doing real deep dives and all that type of shit, I can understand that. But just look at stuff like the Shannon Sharp. As many people that use clips of Shannon Sharp shit, you ain't heard Shannon Sharp say nothing that said, I made money and he made the bulk of the money. Everybody else is eating off of him. Everybody else, even me. So thank you, Shannon Sharp. I like people to share. I'm not gonna steal nothing from you. But that's another popular lady that I like, the Voodoo TV. I love her. I say, go lay down, fat Junior, and labby dabby bobby daddy da. That's what she say, or something like that. I like her, and it's funny when I'm in my house, I'm listening to her, cause she does that Friday shit for black, like class for black people, for us to learn stuff about our culture. So I really do love her. And I swear when you look at her, y'all, she looks like she about 24, but I think she says she 40. But she got striked, and I'm like, what the fuck? What I mean, we're gonna do this to each other, especially black YouTubers. I don't really never see when I click over there to see that, what is her name? Juicy Luke. Juicy Scoop. Juicy, yeah, her name is Juicy Scoop. Up and at them. I don't never hear these motherfuckers talking about striking or taking each other to court. So why we got to be doing it with each other? It's so if you can't, I mean, give people their props how you give it to them. But all this striking, and then the worst one is that I really love. It's another one, and she's hot for here for hot tea is being subpoenaed. Let me sit up for this because I can't believe who's subpoenaing her. She's getting subpoenaed by this dead little Pillsbury Doughboy looking ass guy from Love and Marriage Huntsville, the one that's married to Kimmy. He's a Scot. There's two brothers on there, but this one is the one married to Kimmy. Why would somebody be? You made your first of all, he supposed to be an attorney. We never see him attorneying at shit. This subpoena thing is probably the first thing that he's attorneying. And then Hot T said he asking for her PayPal accounts that's leaked to her YouTube and shit. We're trying to get for defamation. Somebody defaming him and saying about his arrest record, but he was arrested. And he's saying that we taking information that's proper and publicizing it. If we can get your arrest record, dumbass, ain't you an attorney? If we can get your arrest record, then that mean that shit is public. Yeah. You had to do like I did. When I got my ass in trouble, I paid an extra $200 to have my lawyer sponge my shit. So whatever it is I did, which you will never know now unless I tell you, you won't find that shit out. And you a lawyer, why am I telling you this? But she went in on this motherfucker, and I swear I don't never watch nothing for over 2 hours except Shannon Sharp interview with Cat Williams. And she was you were this and you were that, and you drew attention to yourself because you're the one who's saying that you don't care if your wife, your wife got breast cancer, she need to bend over and take it. That you got like a little freaky. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with sex, but who the fuck as old as you is got? How do you have got time to have sex 3 times a day? Oh, you're not working, except for in this little case right here that you got. And let me see. So he working now. Oh, and another lady, Miss Black Titanic, who was another woman who commentates on his show, on that Love and Marriage Huntsville show. They after her too. Yeah, I think it was her who discovered that he had the arrest record. Fuck it, all of them on that got the arrest record. Martell, I think the only one I ain't seen no arrest record, excuse me, is the one that Marceau's got, but I ain't even gonna verify that shit. That's probably he probably do got something going on. Um, Oh, and I wanted to say my Valentine story is from ABC News too. It's this lady named John and Diane, and they were married from high school. They was married for 47 years until her husband died from cancer. He knew he was dying from cancer. So I think he died in like that following month was February, and the doorbell rung, and she got a bouquet of flowers. She had no idea who it was from. And with the letter was from her husband saying how much he loved her, and they had true love, blah 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 blah. My eyes watering again. But what's amazing is that every year after his death, she's received flowers on Valentine's Day. So I think that's nice. And I wish I'm still alive. I wished and I wish I found a love like that. Somebody cared that much about me. Yeah. So anyway, since we're talking about love, let's go ahead and talk about Beyonce and Jay-Z. So we know that Beyonce has got the most Grammys that anybody ever got. She's been nominated, I think 88 times, and she's won 32 Grammys. But out of her 32 Grammys, none of them have been Album of the Year. Um, when Jay Z received his Dr. Dre Global Impact Award from the Grammys, and of all people, Dr. Dre, they should change it. I mean, Dr. Dre he did beats and the rap shit, but his reputation for like whooping the shit out of K Michelle and how he abused women, I don't know. I'm not cool. They could pick somebody else. They probably should pick like a woman or some type of civil rights leader to get an award too. So anyway, when he had the award time, he didn't use the time to talk about himself. He used his time to praise his wife, that how she had been nominated, how she'd been nominated 88 times, and she's won 32 awards, but none of them album of the year. So make the math. So she's been nominated 5 times for album of the year, but Taylor Swift always beat her ass out of it. And Taylor Swift, I think, won this year. And I thought it was terrible when Taylor Swift won this year to come get album of the year. First of all, it was being awarded by Celine Dion, and I ain't real big on that, but I'm real big on that Titanic song. That bitch got some vocals. And Celine is dealing with that disease. So for her even being there to present the award was a big deal. And I don't think that Taylor walked on stage. She ain't hugging nothing. She didn't even look at it. She just took her shit and was like, like she didn't know she was going to win. She'd have won every year for the last fucking up 10 years that I can see. But I thought she was rude to Celine. I didn't like that. Celine, if she didn't give you a hug, I'd give it to you right now. Yeah. So the thing is that I didn't know, word on the street, is Beyonce and Jay-Z is fucking separated, and they have been for a long time, and she filing for divorce. And the reason that she filing for divorce is for, they say, a whole lot of reasons, allegedly. Allegedly, one is because he got her on drugs. He gives her substances, as mentioned by her old bodyguard. Um, He cheats on her, as which Jay Z has said himself. And I hate when men say this. Men get caught cheating, and what they say if the marriage stays together is that she was a strong woman. She's a strong woman. Why? Because I'm putting up with your shit. So what it mean when you cheat on me and I don't fuck with you no more? I'm not a strong woman. I think that take a goddamn strong woman. Yeah. And Beyonce don't need you, Jay Z. As a couple, y'all powerful, but without you, she powerful too. And I think somebody either in her head telling her that, or she trying to hurry up and distance herself, because at the same time, Jay Z always has like they say a pre Grammy brunch, and he didn't have it this year. And the reason why they say he didn't have it is because he didn't know how to invite P Diddy, so he just got rid of everybody. Because Jay Z wants to distance himself from P Diddy, And the reason is because him and P. Diddy and Jay-Z according to the people in the industry, are just the same. It's just that Jay-Z know how to hide his hand better. And these and P. Diddy hands his since that fucking Cassie shit, his shit, he can't even hide his hands, all his stains. It's all stained with his guilt. So I'm gonna tell y'all for real, if the industry is what I think it is, or if I feel like I think it is, I think P Diddy gonna wind up missing, or he gonna wind up unalive, and now they're gonna blame it on mental stress that he took himself out, or it's gonna be some kind of accident, it's gonna be something, but his ass gonna wind up missing. And the reason why it is because Jay Z. I mean, P Diddy don't really. I don't think that it's showing to me that the black man, especially after I seen them do that shit to Kanye West, Kanye started saying that anti-Semitic shit, and his stock started plummeting, his money and shit was going. He shut his mouth. I think they give you shit to pacify you, to give you the things that you want to for the high the people above them, because it's more money than them. I believe that I got distracted. I be, where was I? Okay, that's all right said about the party. So anyway, I believe somebody gonna take this nigga out. So anyway, it's being said that P Diddy don't want to be seen. What? Okay, I just found out that my daughter has a job interview, so I got to get my grandkids ready for school. So I'll be back with the part two of this in just a few. Plus, I had forgot my train of thought anyway. I'll be right back. Bye.